Hey, what's going on, y'all? So let's see if this cell phone is going to work correctly today. So some things that you might want to teach your kids. Courtney, lay down. Some things that you might want to teach your kids about money. Some tricks you want to teach your kids about money. Let me ask you something. If you won $10 million today, what would you do with it? Now, most people are going to say, I'm going to pay this bill, that bill, the other bill, finish paying the house off, pay a car off, pay a loan off, something to that extent. You're going to pay some bills off. How about this? How about you put, after the taxes you pay and everything, how about you put all of that money into an interest-bearing account, and instead of using that money to pay those bills off, you use the interest generated from the money you deposit to pay those bills off. And then you still have all of that money. Makes sense, right? But most of us would take that money and start paying bills with it instead of doing it the way I just described. What if you were saving up What if it was, my hand is shaking. What if it was income tax time? What if it was income tax time? A lot of people get back $2,000, $3,000 from their income tax check. What are you going to do with that $2,000, $3,000? Suppose you took $1,000 and went to an auction, bought a car for $1,000. And then you come back and sell it for $2,500. And now you still got that money you had plus extra. So what if you take $100? Okay, so it's not income tax time. There's a lot of people that still lives check to check. Suppose you took $100, $200, and you held off on the house payment, car payment, rent, whatever. Talk to the people like, hey, I'm going to be a little late. And you instead invest the money into something that will help you make the money back. So you take $100 out of that payment and you buy a lawnmower. You cut 3 yards and you got that $100 back. Sometimes 2 yards and you got that $100 back. Then you make the payment. But now you also have a tool, an asset that you can use in order to make more money, so that you can break that cycle of living check to check. You have a little extra afterwards. So it's these things. Is this what I'm talking about? And teaching your kid how to think along those lines. Because this is stuff that most of us probably don't think about. Now, if you teach your kid to think that way at this age, they're going to be all right. They're never going to end up being broke, feeling oppressed, feeling like somebody can hold them back, because it's just they're going to just see too many opportunities. But I'm still not finished. So how can you work on teaching your kids to think along those lines? So say they want some sneakers or something, for school. Then instead of giving them the money for the sneakers, tell them you're going to give them the money. Tell them, maybe I give you $100. But the trick is you can't spend the $100 directly on the sneakers. You can spend this $100, or better yet, the term, invest this $100 in something, or in some way, in something or in some way that allows you to make the money needed to buy the sneakers or whatever they want. The bag, sneakers, jeans, shirt, clothes, whatever. And let them marinate on that for a little while. Come up with ideas. See what ideas they come up with to spend their money in order to make the money needed to get what they want. And if they end up not being able to come up with something, then what you do is you go out and buy a rake and some yard bags. Or you go buy that lawnmower that I'm talking about and get it used. That's another lesson right there. You can go to a pawn shop and get this lawnmower for less than $100. Get it used, and that instills another lesson in them that you don't necessarily have to go and get something new. Because look at cars. A lot of people want to go and buy new cars. You don't have to buy a new car. You can go and get something slightly used. Performs just as well as new. And that's going to help them learn that when you get that used lawnmower, and that used lawnmower produces the desired result, which is helps them to flip that $100. So obviously you can cut the yard, you can rake leaves, the grass will get ready to start growing. You can get a snow shovel, depending on where you live at. Might be ready to snow any minute now. What else? Paint and paint brushes. Paint bucket, cleaning. You can get a vacuum for the car, or any kind of vacuum, but use it for the car. Do some car detailing. I mean, you get the idea. Any of these things a kid can do, and any of these things with a little effort, ambition, then a kid can also find customers to do that work for. So they can definitely make their money. Now, what you want to do is set specific goal. Like I said, maybe they want something right now, like sneakers or something, you know, where it can be a goal. But also set a bigger goal that takes a longer time to achieve, $1,000. The goal is to turn this $100 into $1,000. And within a month's time, they can actually make that $1,000. Now, when they get to that $1,000, I don't know, maybe you want to motivate them. Trying to, oh, the light is green, so let me hurry up. So maybe you want to motivate them, tell them when they get to 1,000, you will add, I don't know, $100 or something. But if you don't have it like that, forget about it. You don't have to do that. Just help them understand that they are turning $100 into $1,000, and that they're going to use that money to make more money. And when they do get to that $1,000 goal, all right, and break it down. So whatever they decide to do, figure out how much this job is going to pay them on average. So maybe $30, $40, $50 per job. Figure out exactly how many jobs it takes to get to 1,000, and how many are going to be the target for the week. So maybe 3 during the week and 3 on the weekend. That's 6 jobs per week. 6 jobs 4 weeks in a month. That's 24 jobs. I'm just giving an idea. So you want to set a goal for the amount, and then figure out how much per job, and so how many jobs it takes in a week in order to make it to that $1,000. That's the way they can map their progress, and they can see the progress toward that $1,000. And obviously, you know, that's structured, is measurable, and they get that sense of accomplishment. So when they finish this, they feel they have more self-esteem. They learn delayed gratification. They learn the value of money. They learn work ethic, ambition, you know, all of these important values. Now, when they get to $1,000, they can't spend $1,000. They can spend $500 has to go into savings. $300 goes toward, you put it aside for investing again. And $200 can go toward whatever they want to buy. And now let's start the goal over again. So that's it. I got to go in here and, all right, real quick. Now, this is a bonus. Arbitrage. You don't even need money to make money, but this is another level. Might take a little bit of an advanced mindset to grasp it. Maybe, maybe not. Have them go to Craigslist. Go to the section that says want to buy. Find items that people are wanting to buy. Now go to Google and also Craigslist, but now find the items that people want to buy. And all of a sudden, you understand that, oh, okay. And so then you go back to the person who wants to buy the item and see if they still want it. And see if you can make an agreement of them paying you for the item. Then you turn around and you buy the item and you deliver the item to them. Now I got to rush, but marinate on that for a second. People are doing this on Amazon every day. People will list items for sale. People will buy the items that they have listed. And then they will go and buy the items from a wholesaler and deliver the items to the person that bought the item off Amazon. So they get paid for the item without even having the item, and then they go and buy the item wholesale. You're the middleman. There's nothing illegal about that. You pay a middleman all the time. You just don't always know it. But I got to go get my paperwork. So these are tricks that you should teach your children, your kids, because it's very beneficial for them to grow up looking at money in this way and being able to recognize opportunity at that level. And they will understand that people can't hold them back. Gotta go. Thank y'all for watching. Peace.